Court is calling 2024 CR 0350, State of Texas versus Andrew Thomas Estrada. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense.
Anita Perez for the defense.
And are you Mr. Estrada?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You entered a plea of guilty on April 4th. According to the plea bargain agreement, the punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 7 years in the prison, and the state is silent on your application. And both parties agreed to waive the PSI, and the court requested the TAP evaluation and also the defendant's criminal.
Here we go. The charges are read out loud. Always pay attention to this part, because the way the state frames it sets the entire mood for the case. It's like the opening scene of a courtroom drama.
History. Defense, have you had a chance to review the TAP evaluations?
Oh, me? Yes, Judge. I have.
Okay. Any objections to the TAP evaluation?
No, Judge.
All right. And state, do you have the criminal?
Did you catch that? A plea bargain with a 7-year cap. Translation: the judge can't go over 7 years, but anything less is fair game. Deals like this are risky. You're basically betting on the judge's mercy.
History for the court?
Yes, Your Honor. Handed the judge the NCICT CIC.
Any objections to the court review?
No, Judge.
And
No,
defense, have you had a chance to review?
Yes, I have.
Right. Everyone, just give me a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The state is silent on application. Any witnesses? Defense?
No, Judge, just my client.
All right. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
My name is Andrew Thomas Estrada.
All right. Defense?
Okay, Andrew, so do you know what you're here for today?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you tell us what that's you? What you're here for?
I'm here for an evading arrest with a motor vehicle charge.
Okay. And previously we had court on April the 30th. Can you tell the court what happened that day or why you weren't here on the 30th?
On April 29th, I was in here for a decision that
The defendant admits it himself, evading arrest in a motor vehicle. That's not just a traffic ticket. In Texas, that can land you serious time. Viewers, do you think fleeing ever works out in court?
I made. I knew that I was going to be incarcerated, and I had some things that I had to take care of outside, such as getting the custody of my kids into my mom's hands.
And I'll stop you right there. So can you tell us when you were arrested for the DWI?
I cannot tell you the exact time.
Okay, so if the PSI, if the TAP evaluation says April 24th, does that refresh your memory?
April 24th is, I picked up a DWI in Nueces County on April 24th.
Yes, that's a charge I'm talking about. And do you remember picking up that charge?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
So are you currently on probation in another county?
Yes, ma'am, I'm currently on probation for San Patricio County.
And now it's correct that you started probation on 2022 and you're on 5-year probation, right?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
And our hope was that we would continue probation in San Patricio and that you would be granted probation here. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am, that was the original
Agreement.
hope that we had.
And that's why we agreed to the cap of 7 years. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And at this point, we negotiated with the state and we asked if we could withdraw our plea, and that wasn't agreed to. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Okay. And so are you asking the court to consider all of that, and especially with the new charge? Are you asking her to take that into consideration, that we've obviously changed our opinion?
Absolutely.
Now, do you believe that you will be granted continued on probation in San Patricio?
That I do not know to answer honestly. I could only hope that I would be continued on probation with them, or.
But we don't know, right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And have you been to ISF?
Yes, ma'am. I went to the CBR ISF located in Sinton, Texas.
Okay. And did you attend from May 24th through June?
I believe it was from May to January.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's correct. Did you attend from May through January?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you Did you complete that successfully?
Yes, ma'am, I successfully completed the CBR ISF treatment phase, the cognitive phase.
And here comes the rehab paperwork, certificates, therapy programs, cognitive treatment. Defense attorneys love stacking these up to say, look, my client's trying. But do judges actually buy it? That's the million-dollar question.
Phase and the aftercare phase.
Okay, let's see. Can I have it marked? Can I borrow, do you have a sticker? Great. Just some
Counsel, if you want the court to just review that so he can still keep his certificates.
These are not the originals, Judge. I'm gonna put it on the record.
All right, thank you.
Do you want me to just do it one or one? Mr. Estrada, I'm handing you what's been marked as defendants exhibit 1, 2, and 3. And do you recognize these documents? Don't tell me what they are, just tell me if you recognize them.
Yes, ma'am, I recognize them.
Okay, and are they true and accurate copies of
Yes,
the
ma'am.
documents that
Yes, ma'am.
that they are?
Those are photocopies of the certificates I received for completing the program's requirements.
And you believe that these are true and accurate copies of those certificates? Is
Yes,
that right?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Any objection?
No.
All right, so at this time, we're asking for the defendants exhibit number 1, 2, and 3 to be admitted, Judge.
All right, 1, 2, and 3 is admitted without objection.
Okay, now, since they've been admitted, can you tell me what they are?
One of them is going to be my MRT, moral recognition therapy. The other one would be cognitive treatment, and then the other one was the aftercare.
And because we waive PSI, Judge, I know that there's no PSI, but do you want me to ask my client about his prior criminal history? I mean, is that helpful to the court?
No, well, I reviewed the NCIC and TCIC, but I do have some questions.
Okay.
All right, the questions I have is that the classes that he completed, the dates on them, completion date, are from 2023.
They should be 2024, Judge.
They say 2023.
Yes, ma'am, I see that. It must be like a misprint because I was released the day after I got those certificates.
Because the ropes are really tight. That's, like is underneath the papers.
All right. I haven't,
I was discharged January 9th, 2024. So, and it's on my, the criminal history that I reviewed.
All right, so January?
Yes, ma'am, of 2024.
All right, so January 2024, I have this successful completion, right? And you're saying the dates are from 2024?
Yes, ma'am. That was when I was released from the ISF in Sinton, Texas on January 9th, 2024.
I have another letter for the court if the court is,
Yes.
do you recognize this document?
Yes, ma'am. That is from my probation officer at the CBR.
So it's a letter, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it a true and accurate copy of the letter that was, actually, she emailed it to me. But is that,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So at this time, we're asking that defendants exhibit number 4 be admitted. From the probation officer.
Objection, Judge.
All right, defense exhibit number 4 is admitted without objection.
Yes, Judge, so that letter, was emailed to me by his probation officer out of San Patricio. I believe that should hopefully clarify the dates, because in that letter, she states that he was released January 9th of 2024 as his testimony. I don't know why the certificates would be incorrect, Judge. I didn't even see it.
And then you stated the reason why you didn't show up for court because you thought you were going to be taken into custody and had other things that you need to take care of?
That is correct, but when I
OOF. The judge is poking holes. The defendant says he skipped court to get affairs in order, but then picks up a DWI in the middle of it. That's the kind of contradiction judges pounce on. What do you think? Excuse, or just bad judgment stacking up?
other things that I needed to get custody of my kids, taking care of power of attorney to my mother, and get other financial situations that I had to get taken care of before I turned myself in.
So after taking the moral recognition therapy, which is supposed to help you with your thought process was, let me not show up to court because I think I'm going to be taken into custody. So I'm not going to show up. I'll just deal with that later. Is that what you're telling the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. He's still making a bad decision, it appears, to the court.
Yes, that's correct, Judge. I mean, do you acknowledge that you have any problem with any substances at all you want to tell the court about?
I do have a problem with alcohol. That is the whole reason why a string of bad decisions was made and I did not go to court.
So he didn't come to court on for sentencing on April 30th, 2024. And this DWI that he committed, I'm assuming he's pled to it. Is it still pending?
It's still pending. I called Nueces County, and it's not even filed yet. They take a while to file their cases. I think they usually will file it right under the statute. I did call San Patricio County, and they filed the MTR on June 14th, 2024. So, after this, Judge, I'm assuming he's going to be transferred over there to have that.
My question is, the DWI, and it's just an allegation.
Right.
When is that alleged to have occurred? Does anyone know?
April 24th, Judge.
All right.
Yeah,
so instead of, he comes to court, he enters a plea of guilty on April 4th. And then April 24th, he is charged with DWI. And then he doesn't show up on April 30th. And so you're concerned about your children, so concerned that you pick up a DWI on April 24th instead of getting your affairs in order. Is that the sequence of events for the court?
That was a sequence of events, but not the sequence of my thoughts. When I caught the DWI, I called my probation officer in San Patricio and let her know within the 2 days that she needed to hear from me. Once I let her know, she said she was going to let the TAP evaluation officer know. She notified me on Monday that the probation was off the table and that she was going to go ahead and recommend incarceration for me the following Tuesday. So I wouldn't say that I made the best decision possible for me or my family, but...
So was it a catch me if you can situation?
No, he turned himself in, Judge.
I turned myself in.
When?
About a month ago.
Yes, about a month ago. I believe it was
I have it written
it's on the 9th of July, I believe.
All right, so you didn't turn yourself in on May.
No, ma'am.
You didn't turn yourself in June.
No, ma'am.
So you turn yourself in July.
Yes, ma'am.
And this power of attorney for your mom, how long does it take to write out documentation to say, I want my children with my mother? That's not even a day.
Yes, ma'am. Also, during this time period, I did call the Bexar County clerk and I was asking about a warrant for my arrest.
No, we're not about the warrant right now. Where I am is, you said you picked up this DWI. You didn't come to court because you thought you're going to be taken into custody. So instead of coming to court, you don't show up. And part of your reason for not showing up, you said, was because you needed to get your affairs in order, to get a power of attorney to your mother for your children, correct?
And there it is, guilty, 6 years in prison. Notice how the judge ties it back to the plea deal. Since he agreed to it, no appeals allowed. That's the courtroom version of game over.
Yes, ma'am.
So a power of attorney to your mother takes 30 minutes tops. And so you didn't report for the full month of May and didn't report for the full month of June.
No, ma'am, I did not report.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is finding you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll recommend the therapeutic community for you. It doesn't increase the length of time that you're in custody, but I'll recommend it. And if you sign and request it, they may consider you for the program. I don't have the authority or jurisdiction to force them to place you in the program, but you will not be placed in the program if you do not request it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.